welcome to Studying the Masters. The idea behind this video is to put together a little roundup of the artworks that we've looked at so far, put them all together into one place to get a bit of background on each of them, a little bit of the art history, and to provide a bit more inspiration seeing the pieces together in one place. I'll put together these videos every so often as we move through the artworks that we study with the Monday motivations, the Figure Fridays and everything else. So the Battle of Anghiari copy by Peter Paul Rubens in 1603. The Battle of Anghiari by Peter Paul Rubens is a copy of a fresco that was painted around 1503 to 06 by Leonardo da Vinci, and although the fresco itself was never completed, it was also destroyed around 1560, some 43 years before Rubens made his copy. Leonardo da Vinci had made a number of preparatory studies for the original painting that still exist, and the central section of the composition is known through this copy by Rubens. Rubens' copy was based on an engraving by Lorenzo Zacchia in 1553 based on the cartoon of Leonardo da Vinci. Rubens was successful in portraying the intense fury, emotions and sense of power that was present in the original painting by Leonardo. There have also been similarities noted between this piece and the hippopotamus and crocodile hunt painted by Rubens around 1616. Peter Paul Rubens again with the kneeling male nude. 1610 to 11. This figure drawing by Rubens is a study for the figure setting down the chest of gifts at the lower right in the painting The Adoration of the Magi, which was painted by Rubens for Antwerp City Hall's council chamber. The study of two warriors' heads for the Battle of Anghiari by Leonardo da Vinci, circa 1504 to 05. The head studies shown here were produced by Leonardo for the ill-fated Battle of Anghiari mural in the hall of the Grand Council of the Palazzo Vecchio in Florence. Leonardo received this commission to paint a mural on one of the two longer walls of the hall around 1503. The composition that Leonardo came up with would commemorate the Florentine Republic's historic victory and triumph over the Milanese at Anghiari in 1440. He worked on the battle scene from 1503 with interruptions until returning to Milan and leaving the mural unfinished in 1506. Leonardo was able to capture such realistic expressions of the brutal shock and horror of battle and war from the use of live models in the drawing and development stage of this work. The Virgin and Child with St. Anne and St. John the Baptist, also known as the Burlington House cartoon by Leonardo da Vinci. This piece is referred to as a cartoon, a large drawing made in preparation for a painting. This one in particular, the Burlington House cartoon, is the only large-scale drawing by Leonardo that has survived to our time. This drawing was executed with charcoal and chalk, drawn on 8 sheets of paper that have been glued together, such as the want of many of the old masters in order to carry out large drawings. The format and large size of this cartoon suggests that it was made in preparation for a painting, but no known painting by Leonardo exists is based directly on this cartoon. There are two potential dates for this piece thrown around by the experts. The first is around 1499 to 1500, at the end of Leonardo's first Milanese period, or around 1506 to 08, when he was travelling between Florence and Milan. Leda and the Swan, Leonardo da Vinci, 1503 to 07. The Leda and the Swan story was the subject of two compositions by Leonardo da Vinci. Neither painting survives, but there are a number of drawings of both that Leonardo composed. It has been proposed that this sketch for Leda and the Swan may have been inspired by the famous Vatican sculpture Laocoon and his sons. The twist to the subject's body, the swan's neck has similarities to the snake in Laocoon's hand. The child next to Leda's knee also resembles the son of Laocoon on his right, who also has a sheer break at the wrist. The Creation of Adam, Michelangelo, 1508 to 12. The Creation of Adam is a fresco painting which forms part of the Sistine Chapel's ceiling. It illustrates the biblical creation narrative from the book of Genesis, in which God gives life to Adam, the first man. God is depicted as an elderly white-bearded Caucasian man wrapped in a swirling cloak, while Adam, on the lower left, is completely naked. God's right arm is outstretched to impart the spark of life from his own finger into that of Adam, whose left arm is extended in a pose mirroring God's, a reminder that man is created in the image and likeness of God. Another point is that Adam's finger and God's finger aren't touching. It gives the impression that God, the giver of life, is reaching out to Adam, who has yet to receive it. They, God and Adam, are not on the same level. as would be two humans shaking hands, for instance.